business that I bought wasn't a cool, awesome, sexy business. It was the tax business. And it was with the tax company that had street sign waivers, street sign spinners, and people dressed as Statue of Liberty or Uncle Sam on the street that were usually homeless, and they had a job during the tax season working for us. And how do you train them? But you get in the suit and the Uncle Sam suit or the Lady Liberty costume, and you're out there teaching them how to do it.
So you did that.
100% I did it. 100% I did it. And not only would I do it just on the street, when you go to businesses, you would dress up like that so they would remember you, and you'd give them coupons and you would take them donuts. And that was the culture of that company. The culture of the company was owners do this, managers do this. And if you can't do this as a manager, then you're probably a weak owner. Or if you can't do it as an owner, you're probably a weak owner. Why are you going to ask them to do something that you won't do yourself? And then as bootstrapped early young franchisee, I'm like, I don't have a bunch of people that are going to go do this for me. So I need to go out with my crew and do it myself. And they were always saying, marketing is how you get customers in the door. So you don't have a business if you're not out there marketing. And I'm a marketing guy. I'm a sales and marketing guy. So I was out there, and that was the best use of my time because I had a good operations manager that could oversee the tax office, and I didn't know taxes, so I was never going to do a tax return. So I was always focused on marketing to drive customers in the door. But you would get the looks. You would get like, "What are you doing? You're an idiot." And for 9 years I did that. Even when I was making a lot of money, I would still do that at different times. But at that point, you get to the point where so I'll back up a little bit. When you're inside a franchise organization selling for that company in franchise development, you get to see all the applications that came in. And so I got to see very high net worth individuals, tens and millions of dollars of net worth at that time. And I thought that was a lot of money at that time. And it still is a lot of money, but that was a lot of money to me at that time. And I saw how their balance sheets looked. I saw how little debt they had and how much of a net worth they had. They had good debt and high net worth and cash to be able to deploy. So I started to have a lot of respect for people that had balance sheets like that versus people that were making $1 million a year, buried in debt, and they couldn't even afford a franchise that I could afford. So I started to see real clearly the different types of people that were buying these franchises or wanted to buy franchises. Some people couldn't make the transition because they were high wage earners with no net worth. And then I saw these other ones that were high net worth entrepreneurs. And I saw them out there in the costume doing these different things. And like, if they can do it, I want to be more like them. And so I got comfortable doing that. I got comfortable being uncomfortable. And I've told a lot of people now when I go to these high-end meetings where I get to meet all famous people and really cool people, it makes me uncomfortable at different times. But I got comfortable being uncomfortable in the early days, mowing lawns, dressing up as the Statue of Liberty, having my employees as homeless people that I really grew to care about. And that was my life. Now my life is talking to really awesome people that have done extraordinary things in business, and it makes me uncomfortable being around them, but I enjoy it because all of those experiences made me a better person, made me who I am today.
If you enjoyed this short clip from the podcast, you can check out another short clip right here. Or if you want to watch the full episode of this podcast, you can watch that here. And remember, knowledge is not power. It's applied knowledge that's power. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.